So, hi everybody, hi mamas, especially when I made this video about that led to these comments. How do I know what CM I am? Self, I don't even know what it means. Okay, so when in the video I asked a tricky question, kind of, it's a tricky question because I said what I'm saying is a tricky question because you can't know how dilated you are. Someone has to check you. I stand to be corrected, please. But from judging from my own experience and from my journey into motherhood and all that, I don't think as a mom or as a woman in labor you can check how dilated you are. So I think you need to be checked by a midwife, a nurse, a doctor. That like you need to be checked at the hospital to know how dilated you are. So that's why I said it's a tricky question. So you can't certainly know how dilated you are. So what's the dilation? So when you are going into labor, your your uterus opens up, your cervical canal opens up for the baby to come down. That's what they call dilation process. So it has to get to a certain, it's measured in centimeter. It has to get to a certain centimeter for you to be able to push out your baby, for the baby's air to pass through your VG. VG. Don't want to use that word so that TikTok won't take down my video. So your cervical canal has to open for the baby's head to come out. So they measure it from 1 or 0 to 10. So when it's at 10 centimeter, that's the peak of it. That's like it's fully expanded, it has fully opened, and your baby's head can pass and your baby can come out, not just the head. Your baby can, if the head has come out, everything, your baby can now come out, so you can give birth. So that's what they call dilation process during labor. And while you're at labor, the different stages of labor. Please, I'm not an earth sorry, I'm not an earth practitioner, so I don't really know the right terms to use. I'm only explaining based off what I've learned so far as a mother and a mom to be, and from Google, from asking questions, from talking, from speaking up. See, a closed mouth is a closed destiny. If you don't know something as a mom or as a woman, and or you're planning to be you're in the process of becoming a mother and you don't know things, please speak up and ask questions. You can't just keep quiet. See, there's so much your mom will tell you. There's so much they can tell you, so much they know, right? And things are advancing. Our healthcare system is changing drastically. So what they used to know in those days is not the same thing, or it's not the same way they do things currently. So it's good that when you go, that's why it's good for you to register for your antenatal care. And when you go there, when you ask questions, please don't keep quiet. Don't form shyness. Don't shyness when it comes to giving birth or entering motherhood. There's nothing like shyness. Please cancel shyness. If you have questions, ask, and you at least they will answer you to the best of their ability. So, what was I saying? So that's why I said it's good to register for your antenatal care. Go at your given appointment days, do your routine checkup, take your routine drugs, and do everything right and accordingly. So I got different comments on this video. I didn't even expect this video to blow up like that. I was really surprised because I just thought of it like, look, this is a tricky question. Let me ask. And some people were like telling me people were calling different dilation centimeters, but then me I felt it's not like they knew because it was what they told them when they got to the hospital. That's what they're telling you. So you can't know how many you can't tell your dilation centimeter at home yourself. I don't think it's possible. Please, I stand to be corrected because like, the way they measure it, I don't know how they measure it. They use their fingers to measure it, so I don't know how they measure it. But I don't think, even if you are a nurse or you're a medical personnel and you're in labor yourself, I don't think you can measure it yourself. I don't. Is it possible? Please tell me in the comment section if it's possible, because it's how they measure it with their fingers. So I don't know if you as a woman in labor, even if you are a doctor, you are a surgeon, I don't think you can start doing this yourself because there's so much going on, and I don't think that should be the next line of action for you. I think the next line of action is to pack your bags and go to the hospital for labor. So there are different stages of labor. This video is about to go off, I think 10 minutes. There are different stages of labor. There's so there are the when you are at 0 to what I read, because me I didn't even know all these things before. It's what I read online and from asking questions, mostly Google. It's just random knowledge to acquire knowledge. See, as a mom, I know it's not everything you Google. It's not every symptoms you Google. When you get to the hospital, ask your doctor, ask your midwife, ask people around, not fellow pregnant people, please. Ask health practitioners questions, and Google is just for you to have like off art knowledge of what's going on with your body, right? But don't base your judgment off what you get from Google. So, but from what I read from Google, anyways, there are different stages of labor. So there's the active stage, and let's say inactive stage, but you're still in labor. So the first stage is from 0 obviously to 6 centimeter dilation. Like when you are dilating from 0 to 6 centimeter, you can't push your baby out at that time because obviously it's not fully expanded. So I don't think it's even advisable. If you do that, you may end up causing serious issues to yourself and to the baby, and they won't advise you. I don't know, it's not possible. So that's like the inactive stage of labor. So the active stage of labor starts from 6 cm to 10. So 10 is the peak. That's when they ask you to push, and the contractions is stronger at that 10 centimeter dilated or dilation process. So that's about that. So most people commented that they get there at 7, at 9, at 8, at 4. So depends on. So I don't think they say they go to the hospital at 7, at 8, at 6, at 9. So what I think is that it's not like they knew from their houses. They got to the hospital, and when they checked, and that's when they told them, okay, you're already so and so centimeter dilated and all that in your labor process. So you can't know, please, you can't know from the house how dilated you are before going to the hospital. So my best advice to mothers in labor, to anybody that's expecting, and to expectant moms or people planning to become a mom in the future by God's grace, if you are pregnant and you start feeling like you've gotten to your due date, or you're around your due date, your EDD, your expected delivery date, and you start feeling signs of labor, that's why you need to ask questions. They will teach you. You will know, like when doing your antenatal care, they tell you these are the possible signs of labor when you are close to your date, and you won't be conscious because you are close to your expected delivery date. So all your mind is like, okay, any feeling, any kind of feeling you get at that period of time, you should know that okay, you are just conscious and observant of your body at that period or at that time. So my advice is this: as a mom to be or a pregnant woman at that stage, if you feel any pain at all, please pack your bags and go to the hospital for proper care, sorry, because you cannot be too sure. Even if you're not even a first time mom, even if you are already odogu in this thing, like this is your fourth child or your fifth or your sixth child, please, once you start having that sense of labor, pack your bags and go to the hospital to get proper medical attention. So there are different kinds of labors. Let me just list it because this video will go off now. Okay, it's a 10 minutes video, and it's already counting down. So the first, there are different signs. There's bloody sore, mucus plug, your water breaking. It's water breaking. It's not everybody that will experience water breaking, so you can't just base that. Oh, maybe you've seen bloody sore, you've seen your mucus plug, you not say, oh, my water has not broken, so I'm not in labor yet. If you see any of these signs I've called, or you start having crampy feeling, like when you are on your period or your menses is about to start, or during your ovulation, that kind of cramp you feel during your ovulation period, please, those are possible signs of labor. It doesn't take anything, it won't hurt anybody for you to just go and check to confirm that yes, oh, I'm in active labor or not. So see you in my next video if I do one. Thank you. Bye.